1 second, please.
Please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
I sweat when they stuff me in the pressure suits. Rubble, helmet, flashboard, and boots. Nowhere up there
Outer
in gravity zero.
space.
I need to breathe,
Outer
don't need to be a hero.
space.
Are you reading me loud and clear? Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
I'm 6'2", and so perhaps you'll tell me how to fit into a 5-foot capsule. I won't be known as man of the century if I'm broken upon re-entry. Got a red blood and white
Outer
with a healthy libido.
space.
You'll lose her vote
Outer
if you make her a widow.
space.
And who will play catch out in the back with our kid? Don't please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh no!
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space. Please,
Oh, please.
please,
Oh, please.
please
Oh,
shoot me off in the outer space.
Oh, please.
Please,
Oh, please.
please,
Oh,
show me in the outer space.
Oh, please.
Mr. Kennedy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 second, please.
Please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
I sweat when they stuff me in the pressure suits. Rubble, helmet, flashboard, and boots. Nowhere up there
Outer
in gravity zero.
space.
I need to breathe,
Outer
don't need to be a hero.
Space.
Are you reading me loud and clear? Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
I'm 6'2", and so perhaps you'll tell me how to fit into a 5-foot capsule. I won't be known as man of the century if I'm broken upon re-entry. Got a red blood and white
Outer
with a healthy libido.
space.
You'll lose her vote
Outer
if you make her a widow.
space.
And who will play catch out in the back with our kid? Don't please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh no!
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space. Please,
Oh, please.
please,
Oh, please.
please
Oh,
shoot me off in the outer space.
Oh, please.
Please,
Oh, please.
please,
Oh,
show me sound that seemed to fade. Came back with a slow voice on the way for fate. Network, no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Someone, so I picked on you. Hey, that's my round, so you heard him too. Switch on the TV, we may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up in fright. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
second, please.
Please, Mr. Kennedy.
Uh-oh.
I don't wanna go.
Don't shoot me in the outer space.
Please.
Outer
in gravity zero.
space.
I need to breathe,
Outer
don't need to be a hero.
space.
Are you reading me loud and clear? Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I
Uh-oh.
don't wanna go.
Don't show me in the outer space.
Oh, please, Mr. Kennedy. I
Uh-oh.
don't wanna go.
Please don't shoot me into outer space.
I'm 6'2", so perhaps you'll tell me how.
Hi guys, welcome to Tender Talk. I have to do a little bit of a modification really quick to our guy here, so you're at a green background. You look pretty good. You fit right in there.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let me put the background on and filter, chroma. Chroma key's not working. No blame. It's because we're not doing VTube Studio or OBS Ninja.
Oh, okay. I'll do
Yeah.
peaceful part. That shit that all VTubers use.
Yeah. All right.
Beautiful. Holy shit! It's like I'm really there. Can they hear me? They can hear me, right?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay, good.
All right. I gotta turn down the theme song. And welcome, guys. Welcome. Hi, my name is Tender. I do a variety talk show here quite frequently. This is my 18th episode.
Woo!
Today's guest, Enrico. So Enrico, I always ask my guests the same 3 questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is like James Lipton inside the Actors Studio.
Hell yeah! Oh my god, damn! I never thought I'd hear someone reference that. I don't know anybody who actually remembers who James Lipton is.
Yeah. So first off, what brought Enrico to Twitch?
Boredom during the pandemic. How long do you want these answers to be?
They
These
could,
questions.
they fire them away. You don't
Fire 'em
have,
away? Okay.
You don't have to be too long.
I was bored over Thanksgiving back in 2020. This is like when COVID was still fucking us over and we didn't have the vaccine yet, so I wasn't going outside. I wasn't meeting up with anybody. So I saw a friend of mine start streaming and I was like, hey, that looks like fun. So I made like this really shitty... I'm allowed to swear too, right?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Like if you have a naked model, it's welcomed.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. So yeah, I was really bored during the pandemic over vacation or over Thanksgiving. I didn't have a lot of things to do. I saw a friend of mine start streaming, so I was like, okay, that looks like fun, and I tried it out. After a couple months, people
Hold on, Ed. Hold on.
Oh god. Did I disconnect?
No, I just clicked something on accident. Trying to adjust you in the TV so it looked better.
I like how for a split second you can see all my nicknames throughout all the Discords on the screen.
Oh god.
And Wumbo and Stinko. Long story short, boredom, and then a couple months into it, people were like, holy crap, you're really good at this. You should keep going. You're the best. I love you so much. I will devote my life to you. And so I kept going. Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
I'm not as arrogant as I appear, everybody. Just, just to preface this.
I came here because of a speedrunner named Bakba Soup.
Bakba Soup?
Bakba Soup.
What did they speedrun?
Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a Silent Hill fan, and he plays that too. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, I still haven't played any Silent Hills. I really want to play that. How did you discover me though? I forget.
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I love Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess technically the matriarch would be Tob.
Ah.
Because
yeah,
I met Tob, and I met Zoom, and every other VTuber I've ever met, because Tob was the first VTuber I ever watched.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tob's great.
Love
That's a
Tob.
great introduction to streamer. Yeah, she's fucking great. Yeah, no.
So, follow-up question. And everyone in chat here is most likely following you. But for the people that are going to watch this later, because this is going to be on YouTube, if someone came to your channel, what would they see?
random redeems like my foot on the screen. I feel like having okay, so for context, there's a redeem on my channel where it's just my foot showing up on screen. I feel like that deters a lot of people from actually staying. um, I don't okay, I don't want to sound immodest with anything that I'm about to say. A lot of people classify me as unhinged and and chaotic and stuff, but I don't see myself that way. I'm more just like I just say and do what I want on my stream, and like I don't have. I don't want to say I don't have a filter because I obviously do. I don't want to say I don't say anything like offensive or edgy or anything like that. But I don't really, you know, I'm just crazy and loud and chaotic, and a lot of people freaked out by that because they think they see my model, they see a male VTuber, and they're like, "Ooh, like this is gonna be like some like they expect like a daddy type of person."
Mm.
And like and then as soon as I come to my stream, I'm like not like that at all, and if anything, I do everything I can to bully those people who expect me to be like a daddy type of male VTuber. And so just expect a lot of shit talking and a lot of high energy shit,
Nice.
and for me to be very, very loud.
Could Jack concur? Like, do you look at him as like when he comes home from work, you're all grounded? Is that what chat gets from Enrico?
That they're all that I scold them?
I think if there was a counter on the term "I'm gonna kick your ass," if there was a counter, it would be in the 100,000s.
That would definitely no. Okay, I hope it's clear that the people obviously I could just ban somebody in my chat
Mm.
if I really did not like them. So I mostly just reserve that for people that I just try to banter with in my way of friendliness. I don't know how to explain myself. I don't know. Like I do worry that I am kind of mean to some people sometimes. I do genuinely worry about that. But like not to defend that too much, but I think like you have no fucking idea how often I get like people perving on me, like random viewers perving on me, and that shit just like really creeps me out. So like I always just have to be on high guard no matter what I do because I don't want to I make jokes about people being parasocial, but I cannot fucking stand like parasocial viewers at all. So I just will always want to like stamp that shit out.
He picks
Like
on
Dio picks
Dio.
I love Dio. Dio's great. Dio's wonderful. Dio, if you're still there, you're wonderful, okay? All right. And like okay, not to put too fine a point on it also, but it's just like when you're streaming, you have to account for certain things so like maybe the person's like a little socially unaware or like neurodivergent and stuff. And like which is fine. As long as the person's not being rude, like outright rude and saying mean things about me, then I don't give a shit. If they're like a little socially unaware and like say something that's like a little out of step but they didn't intend to be mean, then I don't give a shit, you know?
Mm.
And so like you know, I try to be forgiving as much as I am very loud and annoying and I bully my chat. I try to be forgiving with everybody,
Right.
no matter what.
Right. Like we might be animated, we might play video games. We don't get second lives or level ups.
Friendship ain't about trust.
Thank you for the follow.
Friendship is about non-trust.
But, you know, we all get like a first impression for everybody, and it usually sticks for a long time until maybe something changes. You know, there's variable situations. But you know, there's no room on this platform to just have long-term grudges, hate each other, whatever, just because you don't see what's in front of you at the particular moment. I mean, I don't think every stream is going to be the same. You know, you're not going to come on and always pick on the same person or such and such and such. And there's got to be some sort of comedy banter. You know, somebody's got to be the butt of the joke. And if you don't like being the butt of the joke, learn to take a fucking joke. Yeah. That's what it really comes down to. Also, I'll go with this. I enjoy what you do with your community, and we'll get to the Belly Shirt Mafia very shortly. You can tell me all about them. Got it. The third question would be, now now you've made Twitch partner.
Friendship
Yeah.
ain't
You
about
just-
trust. Friendship is about non-trust.
Thank you for the follow. You made Twitch partner. You recently put out a 3-hour cum book recipe video.
Yeah.
What's in the future for Enrico Zenitani?
I don't know. And like, it's funny that you're asking me now because I don't have any answer that won't sound super like dour and like a little sad because like I think lately I'm feeling a little bit of creative burnout and like a little bit of imposter syndrome as well because like I don't know, like I know like people have like all these different opinions about like numbers and stuff when you're streaming or content creating in general. But like lately it's like, and I've always been able to like, and I ranted about this on my Twitter too. Like I've always been able to keep my mind clear of that stuff because like my thinking is I'm only doing this for fun. I have a full-time job. It's a crappy full-time job. I'm not like making bank or anything, but it's still enough to pay the bills and stuff. So like I'm fine. Like I don't have to do this content creation stuff full time. But like lately, like I just have this mindset of like I feel like I'm putting way too much energy in this with little payoff, which sounds, I hate saying that because I don't want to sound like I'm spurning the audience that I have. Like I love my viewers and I love my community and like they are extremely supportive of what I do. But like I just feel like I'm investing too much emotional energy into a lot of this stuff with very little payoff. And like I think that's generally a danger with anybody who goes into content creation. So with that said, like what the future holds, like I'm just gonna be very casual about all this stuff even more. I feel like I was very casual, but like I wasn't really at the same time, and that I was secretly like in the back of my mind like treating this as like make or break, do or die kind of thing, which isn't a healthy mindset to have.
Right.
So like I'm just gonna be very casual about all this. I'm not gonna take this too seriously, and I'm not gonna like I'm just maybe more cum videos, but definitely for streams, just keep things very casual and just treat it like I'm just hanging out with my community.
Right.
You know?
There shouldn't be any kind of like added pressure to like surpass like an unspoken milestone or something like
Right.
that. Like even on your streams lately, you're saying about the whole 777 for a cum mask.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't need to happen, but it would be really cool if it did.
It doesn't need. Yeah. And it's like I set that goal as like slightly unrealistic because like I'm not expecting to reach it in the short term at all. It's like something that I want to work towards as I continue to build my community, and also just because like I want to I just want something. I always feel like it's important to have something within your community for people to look forward to. And like if I have that at the very least, even if it's a very far off goal, it's something that they could look forward to because I do want to do that. Like I have all sorts of like really fun ideas for once I'm able to get a webcam and like stream with the cum ski mask and everything on stream and actually like interact with people in real time and show like actual body movements. That's the main thing I'm excited for. I just want to like show my body movements and be more expressive on stream compared to how I am with a V2 model. So like you don't need to reach it. I don't need to reach it, but like I know like I'm not trying to sound immodest. I know I'm going to reach it probably, and like I'm just really looking forward to like getting into that process of feeling like inspired enough to like want to do a bunch of fun things for my community again.
Right.
I know that again that sounds so sad, like I'm not enjoying myself right now. I am. It's more just like I've been and this is like a lesson to anybody who wants to get into streaming and wants to like make it as a streamer or wants to grow as a streamer at the very least. Like you are, unless you're a total psychopath, you're gonna get like brain worms at some point about like doubts about your own ability and stuff, and you need to find a way to navigate through that shit. Otherwise, yeah, you're just gonna be creatively burned out all the time. So yeah, just be careful, y'all.
I feel like that's really, really good advice. And there's a lot of people out there that probably are overlooking that.
Definitely.
I hope that they, let that sink in because
Definitely.
that could take you far.
Let me tell you before you ask me another question. Let me tell you real quick. Like I know so many people who like so doggedly pursue content creation, even without like there being any payoff. And like that sounds like harsh, like I'm criticizing them or judging them or something, but like seriously, like I'm talking about like because my very lofty view of what makes a successful streamer is someone who's able to connect with somebody when they're streaming and actually like make friends through streaming and like keep a community when they're streaming. And like it's not based on how many viewers you have in my book or how many like how much money you make through streaming. It's more just like how you're able to connect with your community and stuff. Um and with that said, I know so many people who like don't assess what they're doing, but they just keep streaming expecting to like to just like make it big out of fucking nowhere, and they don't like do anything else. And it's just like, again, that sounds super judgmental, but it's like really like there's no shame in just backing out of this stuff if it's not working out for you. Like seriously, I wish I could like sometimes like I knew so many people. I don't know them anymore, but I knew so many people who like who like did this as if it was like the last thing they could do in their life. And I just want to shake them and be like, dude, it's not a big deal. It's just streaming. Like it's okay. It's okay if you're not good at this. It's totally fine. Like it's not the end of the world. You could back away from this stuff. Like and like it's no bearing on you as a person. So like, just don't try not to take things too personally when you're getting into this stuff too. That's
Right.
my advice. Yeah.
I used to be a TV actor, non-union though.
Oh,
I-
okay.
I didn't get any lines. I just be in scenes.
Yeah.
And COVID happened, and I'm like, well, let's see if I could get into voice acting.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
All right, let's try streaming as a face cam streamer. Hated it. I hated it. I fucking hated it. Because,
Wait, why specifically?
I was in like a British Discord that did like raid trains, and they would always want you to do like get drunk on stream and shit. And
What?
I was, just following the trend, and I'm like, I don't like this. So,
Yeah.
I quit streaming. Actually, right after I quit streaming, I became homeless.
Oh, Jesus. What?
And then after I rebuilt my, I'll get into that. After after I became homeless, I met before I became homeless, I met Tob.
Yeah.
And Savvy Senpai, or just Savvy now. And they really, Tob gave me the like, hey, this is an option, and Savvy gave me the push of like, maybe you should do this if you really like it.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. So, I became homeless because I had a landlord that was giving me a rental agreement for a cheap 1-bedroom apartment. And right around that January of the new year, she decided to double the
What?
rent.
The fuck?
And make it a lease. So if I wanted to get out of it, I had to pay the full thing.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, yo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I live in King Capitalism area right now. It just everybody works 12-hour shifts.
That's awful. God damn.
Yeah, but that's life.
Yeah.
All right. I have a list of topics to go through with you. Hopefully, some of them you're not going to have opinions for, but they're secretly segues for other things. So I want you to just be fully aware that whatever I ask you leads to something other. Like, there's not going to be any breaks here. All right. So top of the hour, I think they should limit the max that they can increase rent. If they did that, though, like, you're attacking landlords then. Like, that means, like, the government's, like, controlling landlords. And that'd be tough. That'd be tough to pass in Congress. Good luck. That's in America, at least, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, top of the hour current events. Number one movie in the world right now is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Have you watched any of those movies?
Guardians of the Galaxy. I watched the first one way back when. I don't remember a thing.
That's the best one. I heard this new one is really good for animal rights. I know you have coffee there.
Yeah.
Do you like movies that highlight like good stuff like that? Like
Definitely. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not to get too into my personal life, but I mean, I don't mind getting into personal life. I mean, not to get too into, because I won't give obviously like details that will dox me, but like in my personal life before I was a streamer, I mean, I still consider myself this, even though I don't actively go out to participate in direct action and stuff. But like before I was a streamer, I was very much kind of a firebrand type, going to a lot of protests and stuff.
Oh,
And so that kind of stuff very much resonates with me. I've been I've been almost arrested a bunch of times in my life. So
oh snap!
yeah, yeah. I've
That's like a shocking revelation for me because I don't think I've ever heard that. And I've been watching you for a while.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I don't bring it up on stream that often because
Mm.
it's not something I could like segue into making it an entertaining topic, and also like I don't want to sound like I'm like being like, hey everybody, like praise me for being so cool in real life by
Right.
participating in protest. I don't like making a big deal of it because I don't want to make it about me. But it was about like, I was
The activism that you're going for. That's what it's about.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's about the actual thing that I'm trying to support. It's not about me doing it, so I don't want
Right.
to talk about it too much. But like, yeah, that was a big part of my life. I say was because honestly, I haven't like been active in that kind of stuff in a very long time. But I love, I love any kind of, I love film or media in general
Mm.
that takes a critical look at how like our systems in the world are set up and everything and how things are fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Is the best way I could put it.
I said before I even asked you about the Guardians question because it's a segue question. It's just there to open the door for other stuff.
Yeah.
And chat knows I know that you're a writer.
Yeah.
I have written too.
Hmm.
I have written a story, a superhero story. Well, it's actually a screenplay.
Oh wow. Okay.
About a character named Nia, Nea.
Uh-huh.
It's an acronym
Yeah.
for non-existent anus. His power is that he doesn't have an asshole. It has.
So it's a comedy.
It's a comedy. It has a really good setup of like him in a public bathroom and it's all dark and there's a thunderstorm and he's staring at toilet paper like, what are you for? And he has a friend that's like, hey man, do you really not have an asshole? And he just gives him that glare and his friend's like, oh, no shit. But that's the joke because he can't shit. And his enemy is a shit storm who has the power to pull waste out of people
Oh my
and
god.
control it.
Oh my god.
Yes. This will never ever get picked up, but it's something that I wrote in my free time.
You never also like is this like an allegory for something at all?
No. It was just me just making fun of how shitty superhero movies are, and I'm like, what if we could actually make a shitty superhero movie?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Huh. Could have used that power to help all the constipated, but this is true.
Yeah. I wanted to like a scene of the shitstorm's intro of like he's like in an asylum and they have his powers like toned down, and then he has like a nurse who's just crying piss. I that's what I want.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I'm not saying that I have written some like
Yeah.
important stuff, but that's
Yeah.
something that I'm like, yep, I did that. I wrote that. My name's on it.
Wait, so did you finish it? You finished it, right?
It is finished. There will not be a sequel
Oh, I see.
because he has like an energy beam that like blows a hole in his ass at the end, and
Oh,
it's not repairable. So
nice. You said you wrote 2 screenplays. What was the other one?
This one was co-written. It was about it's in Connecticut during the Civil War times. It's a big religious community. There's a body found in the river. It's a son of a lady that lives in town. Now, I didn't completely write this. I gave like input. So like this is somebody's thing and we've kind of like built on it. But the idea is that they pull this body out of the river and it's slowly coming back to life.
Oh.
And in this religious community, they think it's God's work. So all these religious people are trying to take care of this body. But the doctor in town who's not religious is the one that's holding the body. And he can't explain what's going on.
Oh.
And basically, the story goes down to the body's coming back to life slowly, and
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't know what it is. People think it's religion. He thinks it's some sort of like mutation. It's the Civil War times in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what it is it ends up being kind of like an Assassin's Creed thing, just somebody in the future just jumping back into a body, but they couldn't do it because it was in the river and it kept dying. And now when they pull the body out of the river, it's coming back to life.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not religion, it's not mutation. Everybody's wrong.
Huh.
It's kind of like the butterfly effect kind of vibe.
Right.
That's what we were going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You got anything that you're proud of that you wrote?
Let me. I could open up my draft of all the different ideas that I have, but like the ones that I finished writing, um, I'll go through them one by one. Okay, so one of them I shared with my community like a year ago, so nobody by now remembers. But like, I had this story about like, there's this little island off to the south of mainland Korea called Jeju,
Mm.
where like historically, like a lot of the women who lived there would be the divers collecting stuff off the seabed, and like because like diving was seen as womanly work, like a lot of the men didn't participate in that. But then like diving it became very lucrative, so like women would become like the breadwinners in that society, to the south of just in Jeju-do, historically. But like but this is like takes place a little before that. I wrote a story about like just this young girl who lives in like Jeju during the time of the Japanese occupation.
Mm.
And then like one day this like older woman comes to the village, and like she doesn't know her background or anything. And then she kind of just like I'm dumbing it down the story. She kind of like stalks her and like finds out stuff about her, and then she ends up eventually running away from home to live with this lady, and they just like fish together. And it's about like um just Korean identity during the Japanese occupation more than anything. But in the context of like just like a young woman at the time who wants to really, discover who she is and stuff.
Right.
And like
It's not a romance, right?
it's not no.
It's
Yeah,
like
no, that's always like the first question that people
Uh.
ask whenever I say this. They're like, "Oh, are they lesbians or something?" I'm like, "No, that's not the point of the story
No,
at all." No, it's
I would
just,
assume that it's a drama with everything that you led up to, but I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you would have dumped that at the end, I would have been like, why?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. There's absolutely none of that. But I know like I don't begrudge people for assuming that just based on my like explanation, but that is not the focus at all. It's more of just about like the interior life of this young girl who lived in Jeju during the occupation.
Mm.
That's all. And so that's one. And I actually finished that a while ago. And like, do you know who Cormac McCarthy is? He wrote like The Road, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest writers to ever live. But like the thing about him is like he writes these like really long sentences in his books. And I was like very much influenced by his style of writing when I was writing my book. So like I like part of me I went back and read it like what I wrote this past Sunday, and like a part of me cringes at like how much I was trying to imitate Cormac McCarthy. But a part of me thinks that the writing is still really, really good. So like I still need to go through a couple more drafts of that. So hopefully, like, oh, by the way, yeah, if I ever get published, I'm publishing as Enrico Zenitani, by the way. I'm not publishing, I'm going to remain anonymous, and I'm not going to, like, give my actual identity to anybody. So, like,
That's the way to go about it, though.
you think so?
Yeah. A lot of people have stage names, like even Vin Diesel's Mark Sinclair. I mean,
Oh, right.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's just the way.
I mean,
it's the way
I
to
don't
go.
I don't even mean stage name. I'm not gonna like know. Nobody's gonna know what I look like. Nobody. Oh, and people are just gonna know my name, and that's
No.
it.
So you're gonna
And that
Shakespeare it.
is that is that what Shakespeare did?
There's a claim and a backed up theory that a lot of Shakespeare's works are compilations, and people just used his name just to sell them.
Oh, Right. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. There's also like, okay, so modern day, there's like a Italian writer that I really, really like. Her name is Elena Ferrante. She wrote like a series of books called the Neapolitan novels. The first one of the books got turned into an HBO series called My Brilliant Friend. But like, yeah, nobody knows who her identity. Elena Ferrante is not her real name. And then like, actually, I think like a couple of years ago, some journalists actually like pried around and actually found out who she was in real life, unfortunately. But yeah, no, it's going to be pretty much like that, where I just use a fake name to publish my stuff, and nobody's going to know who I actually am in real life. Um, and like, I want that specifically because that leads into the next book I want to write, which I haven't written yet, which is about how. Do you mind me rambling about all the book story ideas I have?
But I do want to add something at the end.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Another book I want to write. I've always been fascinated with this like Japanese writer named Yukio Mishima. He was an ultra nationalistic prick, but like I think he was like one of the best writers of all time. I've read every single thing by him in translation, and like my main motivation to learn Japanese is to read his books in the original Japanese. He like I had this story about like this Korean nationalist who's like very, very obsessed with Yukio Mishima to the point where he thinks he's the reincarnation of Yukio Mishima. And like the reincarnation is like a big theme in a lot of Yukio Mishima's works. And like each like chapter is going to be like a different like because okay, a big trigger warning for what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I'm not going to get too into it, but like at the beginning of the novel you find out the main character committed seppuku. So you're kind of like the whole book is trying to unravel like his whole life and like why he was this fanatical about Yukio Mishima. So like each chapter is going to be like in a different format. Like the first one's going to be like a newspaper report about the incident itself. The next one's going to be like an interview with someone in his family, and then like on and on and on. And then throughout it's going to be like actual like short stories that the character in the book wrote. So it's going to be like kind of meta as well. But basically like why'd I say which leads me to this next book? I'm like going all over the place because I haven't written this one yet. Okay. But basically like I have a lot of ideas in my head about stuff that I want to get out that mostly is in favor of a theme that I've just always been really into, which is defining your own identity in this day and age. Yeah. I have a bunch of other books I've already written, but I don't want to get into it because I'm going to end up taking way too much time.
It's okay. It's okay. Honestly, the only thing that I wanted to add to that is that opens you up to a very cryptic and comedic gimmick that you could pull, where when there's book signings for your books,
yeah,
you just hire somebody like Arva or somebody to be the author there, and then you and Augie get in line to get your book signed, and everyone doesn't know the inside joke that you're actually in line to get your own book signed.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Right. That's like the best part of being like the cryptic author.
Yeah.
There's plenty out there that have like they've been on shows as somebody else, like Bill Maher. Bill Maher's had them on there. Like, I'm actually the author of all these books, and it's like, holy shit, we didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one will ever know. Well, I guess they doxed themselves there, but
right. Yeah. Huh.
I guess so we started with Guardians, went to movie writing, talked about your writing. Another top of the hour, which is again, this is like a segue. We're now just learning the actor Jamie Foxx is critically like unstable at the moment.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he might not make it from what they're reporting.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I gotta ask, is there any kind of like actors or somebody like that like really inspires you in what you do?
Actor specifically?
Yeah. It could be like a celebrity in general.
Celebrity in general?
Because that actors is like, you gotta dig for those.
Yeah, no, I could like my favorite actress of all time is Toni Collette. You know, from like The Sixth Sense, Hereditary, Mom and Hereditary. You know
Um,
Toni Collette?
I do know Toni Collette, but I'm trying to think. She was an what you call it? I'm just typing this in really quick, cause Toni Collette, um, Australian actress. Right.
Yeah, she's
Um,
Australian, but she always plays like a Midwest American mom.
right. See here. Krampus, Knives Out, Thinking of Ending Things, Nightmare Alley, The Hours, Little Miss Sunshine. I love Little Miss Sunshine. Cock, yes, Cock.
Enjoy Cog.
My favorite actor is Nicholson. Um,
Oh,
but when I think about like how people like they 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 get attached to these like when DMX died, right?
right,
Prior to DMX dying, nobody talked about DMX,
right.
Jamie Foxx, he's been talked about, right? But prior to getting sick, all he ever heard was that he's going to be the next Spawn. Like,
Wait, did we?
yeah,
I always.
he was supposed to be the next Spawn.
Oh, I mean,
I think that's the movie actually that like he was working on when he got sick.
right. Oh shit. Okay.
Mm.
I mean, I love Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx is super talented, and like yeah, no,
You got your Ray and Jarhead and one movie that he's in, but he's not like a staple in it. But I really love the movie is uh, Robert Downey Jr., Zach Galifianakis, the Get Him to His Baby's Birth movie, that road trip
I
movie.
The Hangover. I have no idea.
No. It was in the. It was. I think Todd Phillips made it. The Hangover guy made that movie, but
Oh, yeah, I have
um,
no idea.
I really like that one.
Yeah,
It
no,
has like 2.5 Men jokes in it.
oh, okay. Yeah, no, I I don't actually remember the last thing I saw Jamie Foxx in aside from Baby Driver and the Marvel movie where he's in.
Baby Driver was one of the last I saw him in for sure, but if I'm
Mm,
not mistaken, it was Spider-Man. So that was the last thing I saw him in.
mm. It sucks. God damn.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to him?
I think he had a stroke or a heart attack,
Oh,
and
Jesus Christ.
they got like signed that he's like gonna recover, and then it turned around again.
Uh,
So,
God, that's awful.
yeah. And sorry that I gotta bring this up in your tender talk, but I always do
No,
it.
no, no.
I always do like a top of the hour current events thing, and then we go
Mm,
into the streamer after
right.
that,
Yeah, no. It's totally fine.
which is what I wanna segue to. Do you want to? And I've heard you say this before about becoming like a face cam streamer. Do you want to go out in like a like awesome way? Like if you had to go out,
Like if I was doing a final stream,
a
you mean?
final VTuber stream. What we're seeing in front of us, or the next model, or whatever you got down the road.
I would like to say yes, but I'm like awful at planning things. I don't know how to like here's the thing. I don't and like the people in my community can hopefully vouch for me on this. I don't like celebrating myself.
Nah.
I really don't. I really don't like when people make too much of a big deal about me because like I don't know, like I can't get in like when I'm streaming, like I forget so like when streaming is really good for me, I get into like a headspace where I say like I feel so free from everything that's bothering me my day to day, and I can just say what I want and do what I want. And like part of that comes from just like being able to get rid of any insecurity that I have about myself. And so like, you know, when I'm celebrating myself, I'm just reminded in full force about like everything about myself. And so like maybe with time it'll eventually go away, but like um I just get too much imposter syndrome when I'm just confronted with the aspects about myself where like I feel like they're worth celebrating or something. That makes me sound like I like hate myself or something. Like I really
No.
don't have like I don't have any hangups about like my abilities as a streamer or anything like that. It's more just a thing of like I never liked this is also the reason why I've never done a subathon before because like I've never had a feeling where it's like whenever if I were to do something like that, it would feel like, hey, everybody, look at me, pay attention to me, like
Right, right.
I'm so great. And it's just I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I just stream for fun, and I don't want to contrive anything ever. And
I completely agree with you, En.
yeah,
There's a couple things about me that like I want everybody to know when they watch me. Number one, I don't have a
yeah.
donate button. I
Oh,
don't have a PayPal attached to Stream Elements to donate to me.
oh,
So I don't ask for bits. I don't ask for subs. I didn't celebrate 500 followers, even though when I got it, people were like,
mhm.
"Congratulations!" I kind of like I didn't want to be a
Yeah,
dick. I brushed it off, but like
yeah,
I don't care about that. I'm not gonna
yeah.
celebrate 1,000. I'm not gonna do a subathon. I'm not gonna do a
Right.
donathon. I may do a charity.
Okay.
I may do a charity. I feel like if I don't do like a Parkinson's charity or something
Right.
down the road, I'm like that's wasted because I've always wanted to do one.
Yeah,
But
I respect that.
I'm here to entertain. You know,
Yeah, no,
I
same.
I put on a good show every stream. I try to. I dress myself up nice, um, and flashy,
Yeah,
and I do horrible karaoke. I don't know how to do art, and I'm super supportive of
same,
everybody who ever comes in here to my
same.
best abilities.
Mm, I
Um,
respect that. I mean, like, okay, I don't want to sound completely insincere. Like, again, I said before, like, I appreciate any bit of support people give me because, like, that is the big dream of mine to be able to do this stuff like full time. But it's like the sports car dream. That's like the big dream because like it happens to so few of us, and so like I accept any bit of support, but like at the same time, I don't feel like I'm deserving of any of it. And so like I don't like to make a big deal about myself, and I don't like when people I don't like another thing is like just my general insecurity. Like if I did like a subathon or like a donathon or a charity stream, I feel like nobody would support it. Um Again, that sounds ungrateful, but it's more just like my fear of doing that stuff and
right.
feeling like a fool.
You don't want to have
Or,
expectations get let down.
mm, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand that. Um,
Yeah.
I recently learned that like I am attached to VTubing now.
Oh yeah.
I'm completely attached. Recently, you may know them, Mona and Thea. Mona,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Augustine,
Yeah.
and Thea Abomination.
Domination. Yeah.
They recently like retired the other week, or
Oh.
on the weekend, and I joined their stream and I asked them like pivotal questions and stuff like that because
Yeah.
I respected both of them. I didn't get to watch a lot of Thea, but I watched Mona when I could. Um, uh, you know how you said you're not good at planning stuff.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
they did that shit on the fly, and that was one of the most beautiful streams I've ever watched. And I ended up like crying at the end of it and
Mm,
everything, just the
mm.
way they did
Oh.
everything. And I think of like when you say about like you don't want to have expectations because you don't want to be like let down by them. I try not to have expectations on how long people's time are here, on how
Mm.
long they're gonna do it because I'm really attached and I don't like to see anyone go. Um,
Right.
um,
Right.
and there's just a lot of people that I just admire and respect on here for what they do.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you this: who's some people on here, whether you came up with them or now, that they really inspire you?
I have a huge fucking list of people, but
Mm.
I feel important to mention all of them.
Feel
Um,
free to plug.
uh, so like when I was starting out, my friend Ula,
Mm.
she went by a different alias at the time, and my friend Ula Del Mar, um, she was like someone. She was it sucks because I don't get to talk to her as much anymore because she streams during like gremlin hours, and I'm a guy with a partner and a full-time job and
Right.
everything. So
Responsibility.
yeah, responsibilities, and it's just like I can't stay up as late as she streams. And but she was like someone I confided in a whole lot when I started streaming, and like she's like crushing it now, and I'm absolutely proud of her. But like she was like I specifically mentioned her, like her streams are very different from mine. She does like ASMR streams and stuff. But I specifically mentioned her because like we were like toughing it out when we were both starting out together. And like I just like it just felt good to talk to her because she understood all the things I was going through because we were like going along the same trajectory and stuff. And like we share a lot of like the same friends too as well. And so like I just really want to plug her because like I don't think I would be the kind of person that I am if it wasn't for her specifically. And she probably doesn't appreciate that because like I did a podcast episode with her, and she asked me at one point like I don't know why like you like my stream so I don't know why you like me or my stream so much. And I'm like I found your streams hilarious and I vibed with them, and like as I got to know you I liked you as a person too. So like it's like I just consider her a very, very good friend where whenever I think about her, I remember like how it was when we both started out and like how like everything's developed since then and how much we both changed. And like I just really, really want her to know how much I appreciate her. Um because she was like very much my emotional support for a good while. Not I'm speaking specifically to streamers. I have like non-streamer friends who are the same like same way, but I want to call her out specifically because like she's a streamer friend who I admire a whole lot. So that's one. Another one is my friend Arva because like I see a lot of myself in Arva. You know Arva, right?
I
You've been
do.
yeah. It's
I,
like
if I don't try to make Arva laugh once per appearance, I'm failing.
Yeah. He's just like the sweetest guy, and like without giving my age away, like I'm a lot older than Arva, and like I just see a lot of myself in Arva, a lot of the same like doubts and inhibitions that he has. I hope that doesn't sound patronizing. I'm more just saying like I see a lot of the things that I worry about that he also worries about. And so like but you know, he's a great fucking streamer, and like I just wish I could properly convey to him that like any doubts he has about streaming isn't about him. It's more just about the world around us and like the way streaming is set up and stuff. But I know it sounds very vague. I just don't want to. It's. I have a whole lot of thoughts about like Twitch discoverability and stuff, and like the demographics that we cater to specifically. But anyway, Arva specifically because like again, Arva is like another emotional rock for me. Um, and then there are some other people as well. You might not know her, but Kit Kat Swag. She started out as a viewer of mine, and now she's like a streamer herself.
Is it Kit Kat VT now?
No, it's just Kit Kat Swag.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if I follow.
Yeah, it's Kit Kat Swag. But like, yeah, Katie was like one of my early followers or viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like she's a streamer now too, and she's just like she was like it's you know, when you first start streaming and you have someone who sticks around and actually keeps you company and likes you enough to actually like stick around for the entire duration of the stream, you have no idea how uplifting that is. Where you feel such like you feel like you're doing something right, you know? And like Katie being there because she's been there since I pretty much started streaming, like was really like the motivation for me to keep going as a streamer. And then like okay, then there are like a bunch of other streamers that I want to mention just because I feel like we're the same vibe. Not to overstep because I don't think any streamer is like the same vibe as another person completely.
Right.
I just mean in a sense of like I just mean in the sense of like I try to imitate them in a lot of ways, just in their energy output or like how they set up their stream and stuff. There's Tob, obviously. Tob is someone I look up to a whole lot because she's like so she doesn't take shit from anybody, and she's so like effortlessly funny, and she's like very very like I've always admired people who are able to like improv something really really funny, and she's just like really really good at that. There's Tob, there's Servo, Servo MD. You know Servo, right?
I do.
Yeah, Servo. Like I fucking love Servo, and I just want him to like don't tell Servo I said this because he would like I don't want him to think that I'm like doing something behind his back. But like if Servo just like promoted himself on other social media platforms just a little bit, he would be like he would be fucking huge, I feel, because Servo streams are so goddamn funny. Like seriously. You actually found me from Tabo, I didn't know that. Yeah, no.
That's-
But like yeah, Servo is so fucking funny and like after getting to know him as a person, he's also like he's also like the sweetest fucking guy too. And
I
like
wa-
I look up to him a whole lot too.
I was in a stream recently, and I had to mention Aqua Teen Hunger Force because he mentions
Yeah.
Jersey a lot.
Yeah.
Turns out that he had like a whole template ready for me.
Yeah, no, he's a lot of references to like Adult Swim stuff on his
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
yeah,
his model's Big Chungus.
sure, yeah.
So the guy has the humor of like a podcast stand-up comedian, and he's a streamer. So you gotta appreciate all
no.
that.
He's great. I freaking love Servo. Obviously, I feel like I'm missing a bunch of people when I talk about when I name drop a bunch of streamers, but like
Right.
I probably am, but like I'm mostly talking about like in those two instances, I was just talking about people that I feel are a similar vibe to mine, or people that I look to as my emotional support. I'm not being parasocial when I say that, by the way. These are friends of mine too.
Right.
So like Arva and Ula, like they're may not necessarily be the same vibe as me, but like they're people that I really, really look up to because I see a lot of myself in their characteristics, you know.
Um, I appreciate like the backstory there, because I don't even have that type of backstory with the people I appreciate on here. The ones that I plug in high are like Fuzz, you know? Like Fuzz puts on a whole show for every time somebody comes into his streams. Like he'll play music, he'll do like sketches with like Professor Oak or some sort of Pokemon thing. Like Fuzz to me is like the total package of entertainment, and I hope he gets more recognition going forward.
I hope so too. Fuzz is also just like seriously.
Love Fuzz.
Fuzz is like also just like I don't I think I said this last. Fuzz is also like one of the most articulate, like sharp people you will meet too. He is just so like I talk to him a lot of times, and like he's so able to like articulate what I'm trying to get at like so quickly. He's just so intuitive too, which is like something I really appreciate about Fuzz. Fuzz is like a really, really bright guy.
I had him on my Jeopardy show and he won it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I had like Oni Khan of VT and Olivia Monroe help me with that. We put together like a Jeopardy show for
nice.
like smaller streamers, like
right.
Just to see if we could like band all the communities together. It was pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
But I think we got about an hour left. I want to move into more of you. So if you don't mind, if we could merge into that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what we see in front of us right now. This model coffee. Well, give me some backstory. Give me some.
Okay, so when I first started streaming, I didn't spend, like advice to anybody too who wants to be a VTuber, don't spend money when you're starting out. Like get a feel for if you enjoy streaming first and foremost, because there's streaming and there's VTubing. There's like streaming as like actually being able to perform in a sense, where like when I started streaming, I used a really cheap Vroid model, like a 3D Vroid model that I made in like 15 minutes because I was too fucking lazy to do anything. Like I didn't want to get too into it because I was just like, I'm not going to be streaming for that long. When I first started streaming, I didn't think I was going to be actually sticking it out for like 2.5 fucking years. But like so when I started streaming, I used this like crappy Vroid model. My name Enrico. So like my name on the internet for before I was Enrico was actually just N. Like people just call me N. because and so like when I started streaming, I was like, I want people to still call me N. So like, what's a name that I could come up with that's something that a VTuber would have? And then my friend Freya, like, she was like, I was saying like, oh, like I'm like, what can be my gimmick? Because at this point, this was like a couple years ago. I was like, oh, like I'm a VTuber. If I'm gonna be a VTuber, I need to have some kind of gimmick. Like, they're like cat boys or like goddesses and shit. Hi, Wavy. Or like cat boys and goddesses and shit. So I thought my gimmick was gonna be I'm a fucking New Yorker. And like, what's a typical New Yorker character archetype? And so I said to myself, like, oh, New York, the mafia. Like, I'm going to be someone in the mafia. And I also want to keep my name N. So my friend Freya suggested the name Enrico. And then, like, I had a friend growing up who was Italian, but, like, I always, like, made jokes with him that he was Japanese because his last name sounded super Japanese. Like, it ends in a vowel and it's very, like, syllabic.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, like I'm gonna have like a Japanese last name just to pander to the weebs. And so like my name Enrico, like the kanji I chose for the name Enrico, N is like
Hey,
N
Wavy.
for N is like N for like yen,
Mm.
and Rico is the word for self-interest, and Zenitani is like Zeni is the word for coin. So it's like my name is meant to be like, all I care about is money and self-interest and stuff. But it's meant to be like ironic because my lore is that I'm trying to run away from my family and my upbringing and stuff. So like that, okay, so that's all my dorky backstory pretty much. But like when I started streaming, when I was making my model in Vroid Studio, I was like, I'm gonna be like a very typical, gangster character. I'm gonna have like a trench coat and a turtleneck and everything. But when I was loading in the fucking like turtleneck into Vroid Studio, I couldn't get it to fucking go all the way down my stomach, and my belly was just like exposed. So I was like, you know what? Like, I literally like was trying to get it to like cover my entire body for like a good 30 fucking minutes, but I got too lazy and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna lean into this. This is gonna be my gimmick. I'm gonna be like a guy who wears a trench coat but also a belly shirt. So I just streamed with that really shitty Vroid model for like a year. Um and I somehow got a following from that. And then eventually I got like a live 2D model. Not this one, the one before that,
Right.
where like brown hair and like I have like a belly shirt and everything. And then I wanted something because like a lot of the assets that I had on my stream at the time too, like my startup screen, my emotes, my overlays and everything, it was kind of just like cobbled together with community like cooperation and stuff. Like the startup screen was like a reference to Sopranos, where like it had a bunch of inside jokes from the community and stuff. But like when after a while, I was like, I feel like I need to refresh the aesthetic of my stream and make it a little more concise. And I kind of want like some lore that's more that I feel more like is in tune with the theme of my stream. In that like my streams are kind of chaotic, and I also make a lot of vulgar jokes and stuff.
Right.
So like I'm gonna make some lore where my character gets like sent to hell or something, and I'm gonna be a fallen angel now. I'm gonna retain the belly shirt and everything, but I'm gonna be more like demonic or whatever. And so my new lore is that like I made a deal with the devil in order to extend the life of someone that I loved. And uh and yeah, so now I'm not an incubus, I'm a fallen angel. So like so yeah, that's the long and the short of it. I don't know. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I got the origin story of the belly shirt mafia, which I said I'd bring up.
Mhm.
Your take on New York was very much lacking a pair of Tims and a Papoose mixtape. um, but I mean, I've been in New York a bunch of times, but I don't really get out of Manhattan. I actually walked from 58th to 186th at like 1 in the morning.
Oh wow.
alone
Okay.
alone and unarmed. People give New York a bad batch, but there's a cop on every like corner. You're safe in that neighborhoods. Um,
Yeah.
um,
I don't. I don't live there anymore. By the way, I
yeah,
moved to
right.
a different state to be with my partners, and I don't miss it at all. I went to visit New York like a month ago to go to my sister's wedding with my
Right.
partner, and like I was like, I'm so glad I moved to a more rural area because like I was feeling schizophrenic just by being there because it was just way too much stimulation
Hmm.
being in the city. So
Um. So more about you, and do you find it funny when people get shocked then when they find out that you're Korean?
a little bit, very much. Were you shocked that I was Korean?
No, I have a Korean on my desk right now.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it's a standee.
Oh.
It's head on.
Oh, head on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
I also have collabed multiple times with a guy named Neko Bahamut, and I think he's Southeast Asian.
Okay.
So like, just because you sound a certain way, it's like,
Yeah.
well, you know, I'm not supposed to sit here and, you know, be shocked that you're an ethnicity, you know.
Right.
If I told you that I was actually like an albino guy
Hmm.
portraying an alien on the internet, would you buy it?
Right. I yeah. What? Yeah.
The point is that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no. I find it so fascinating, if only because like, and I really I don't know. I don't want to sound like expecting praise when I say this, but like part of the reasons why I do have like the Korean tag in my stream is because like I do realize that for a lot of people, I am the first like Korean person that they're speaking to who actually speaks English, because a lot of them I find I got a lot of like K-pop stands in my streams.
Right.
I'm not disparaging them for their interests or anything, but like a lot of them do seem to have this very like idealized image of what Korean people are, or they just like have this idea that they only care about pop culture, Korean pop culture. And
Right.
stuff.
Right.
And, like,
That's exactly what I was about to say. People hear things and expect culture. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you have people in your community like Keone and Snuff.
Mm.
I don't, you know, pull up British culture on them ever. And I know that they're both, you know,
You should.
you
To
should.
those two specifically, Keone and Snuff, definitely, yeah. No other British streamer, but Keone and Snuff specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I started with British Discords. That's how I'm an American that got my Twitch start, that got affiliate with British Discord. So that means
Right.
that I'm streaming 6 hours ahead of my time just to
Right,
get
right.
viewers.
Yeah.
When I had nothing.
Hmm.
It's like I said yeehaw all the time, and your name is Swedish Fish. So I guess that's a bit confusing. but yeah. So
Also just a minor point
Mm.
is that like most Korean people living in America have like white names because they're very Christian, and so they take names out of the Bible. And so like you're gonna run into a lot of Korean people with names that aren't what you expect. And so like I do a lot of what I do playing into me being Enrico, but also talking about my experiences as a Korean person as a way to just like, you know, acclimate people to that, you know.
Right.
So that's all.
I don't really have much ties to Korea other than barbecue and cinema.
Mm, that's
And that's just me being like a Pennsylvanian guy,
mhm,
doesn't go outside.
right.
So it's like, what's that movie called? The one Best Picture, Parasite.
Parasite?
Yeah. So Parasite, Old Boy, Last Train to Busan. Like I praise those films because I'm a cinephile. If you look in my tag, I'm a
Right.
cinephile. I will talk to you about
Right.
any movie, give you my base opinion on it. Even if you
Right.
think that movie's good, I'll give you a reason why I think it sucks.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or if it's what I think is good and you don't think, you know, opinions
right.
opinions vary.
Right.
But yeah, that I mean, would I ever want to go to Korea? I don't know. I don't speak anything other than what I speak.
If it's very tourist friendly, especially if you're white.
Especially if I'm white.
Especially if you're
But
white.
that was Paris for me. I went to Paris and they're like, oh, this guy's got money. We like him. But like I had like Puerto Rican friends with me that did not get that same treatment, which is,
Yeah.
I found to be very weird. And I'm not saying that they
That's
were being racist, but I just think that they saw me with what I was wearing, of course, and just
right.
took.
Why aren't you saying that they're racist? That's racist. Yeah, and like you're pretty much
Um,
gonna experience the same thing in Korea too. With
really?
like with your if you go with your Puerto Rican friends, they're gonna be racist towards your Puerto Rican friends, but like if they're gonna be nice to you if you're white.
Ah,
So
that's very unfortunate.
yeah. That's like, I mean, that's the truth of any East Asian country, pretty much. I don't mean to generalize, but I think I'm a, I think like I can say this as an East Asian person living as long as I have that, like, East Asian countries are pretty fucking like racist towards anybody with any kind of melanin in their skin. So
Hmm.
yeah, if you're not white or another kind of Asian, light-skinned Asian, then you're gonna get treated like shit.
You know what it
So
is? You know what it is, Enrico? I just don't speak. I don't speak well bad about anybody. I don't seek logic and hate.
mm,
Um, I feel very Jerry Seinfeldy all the time, and I shouldn't because I have nothing in common with the guy.
mhm.
I hate cars. Cars are shit. Every car I've owned, I hated. I don't mind watching Seinfeld, but there's a lot of times where I find myself, I'm like, man, I have so much in common with Seinfeld, and it sucks.
Yeah.
When I want to be Kramer, I want to be Kramer, but then it turns out Kramer's racist. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like I want to be the funny, kooky character, but it turns out I'm more Seinfeld. I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
more Josh Peck than Drake. You know what I mean? I'm more
Yeah.
like I'm wholesome. I'm tender.
Right.
Right. Like
There's nothing wrong with that.
which is why well, it's not reason why I picked the name. The reason why I picked the name is because this character is vaguely based off of Roger Smith from American Dad.
Oh. Oh, is it?
Right.
I never
Tender
watched I
tender
never watched
vigil
that.
tender vigilante.
Is that his name or something? Wait, what is that?
He did this thing in an episode where Lois was like wearing something and he wore it as a cape and he jumped off a cliff. Well, not a cliff, like a balcony, and he called
Right.
himself the Tender Vigilante. And that stuck with me for a very long time. Like that's my gamer tag. That's where I started streaming as Tender Vigilante. And I dropped the vigilante part because being a vigilante means that you do whatever you want, and I don't do whatever I want.
Right, right.
I don't think that's very profitable for me. I used to, but no more vigilante. I'm just tender, and I might
Huh.
even drop the VT, but I don't know. There's certain people that have the VT that I really appreciate, and
Right.
they keep it. So I'm kind of like in that little pool. Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um,
Okay. Huh.
I mean, other than that, like I ask every guest that's on here, there's a couple doubles. There's like 3 doubles. I've had Neko, Moogie Moogans, and I Might Die Here on multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But every guest on here, I try to make them feel like what they're presenting here, people could go back and check for reference. Like this is something that you get to learn the Enrico off screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that from what I've learned from people is like a lot of us streamers are the most normal, nothing crazy, nothing like particular. But do you got anything in your guns that we don't know about that you might want to show?
People don't know about?
Like for me, I told you that I was like an actor.
Right.
Another thing that I've traveled the world, of course. I've been places.
Right.
I had a dad that was on the cover of Playgirl.
What?
Yeah, in the 80s, like right when it launched.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, but let's be fair. They were just going around recruiting whoever at that point, so it's not like
Mm-mm-mm.
he was like a porn star. He was just on the cover. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right. I guess the thing I'd say is just the whole activism thing that I do in real life. I don't know, honestly. I really don't know. Oh shit, did I unplug my mic? Are you still there?
No,
Can you hear me?
I could hear you.
I can hear. Okay, cool. I in real life, I'm very much the kind of person, and like, okay, lose a bunch of people in my community for saying what I'm about to say, but like, it's not anything controversial, but it's just like I'm very politically active in real life, and so like before I was gonna become a VTuber, I was actually thinking of becoming the next Hassan, actually. So
Hassan
like
Adabi or
yeah,
Hassan Abi? Mm.
Hassan Abi, yeah.
See, the
I
thing
was
with
actually
Hassan is like he's a very Bill Burr writer.
what does
He
that mean?
he really appreciates. He takes all of his takes off of Bill Burr. He's even admitted that.
Hmm.
He like whatever Bill Burr has been pushing lately. I feel like I've heard Hassan also say. So
Wait, is that true?
you can look that up. He's even admitted that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't mind Bill Burr, but Bill Burr's, a comedian where Hassan's like a content creator. And
Right.
a content creator is there to create something for, I hate the word influencer, but
Right.
it's the times we live in where like
Mhm.
an influencer is like a thing, where back in the day that was, that was like a no-no if you were an influencer.
Right.
Like a couple people got away with it and they started their own religions out of it though, which is completely
Right.
different, but that's interesting that you like him. That's interesting. I wanted to
I don't actively watch him a whole lot, but I'm just saying like in the style of what he does, just like political commentary and stuff.
I
Yeah.
I would like nothing more than to be the last president of the United States in 2028. I
Why
want to
do you
be
say that?
I want to be the last one because we're out of control at this point. We are completely
Yeah.
out of control. I've said this before on this channel multiple times, and I don't like to get political on here, but
Yeah.
this country can't have one leader anymore. We can't be
Yeah.
pointing the fingers at one guy. We need to break this up. We need a divorce. We need a divorce. Like the 90s was when we probably should have divorced. My parents got divorced in the 90s.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's really good, and this country definitely needs it. But
Mm.
like we just need time apart. We could get back together later, but like it's not working.
I get you.
I'm gonna send you something right now in Discord. To I don't know, show you, I suppose. I also marry people. Weird.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm ordained. I can perform ceremonies.
Oh, you're married. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
literally marry people. Okay.
I can marry people. I am in this scene right here, which I sent you in Discord.
Oh.
And that's Maggie Gyllenhaal from The Dark Knight.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is interesting. So I've been on TV.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've showed this to Tob and stuff like that. Like I got into VTubing because voice acting is very hard to get into. Any
Yeah.
VTuber out there that wants to get into voice acting, just know you're
Yeah.
gonna be in the bottom of the pool for a very long time. They have well,
Yeah.
actually, their union's on strike right now, and
Hmm.
it's just a hard thing. So again, like I said, I do segues for conversations. And I had somebody give me a good answer with this the one time, like they didn't grow up to want to work, and
Right.
I love that answer. I forget what guest it was, but they gave me that answer, and I really appreciated it. So,
Mhm.
did you see yourself doing this at this
No.
point in your life? No.
No. For a confluence, for I mean, not a for a number of different reasons. It was more just like something that I fell into, very much. I don't think people fully appreciate or will ever fully appreciate until you actually meet me in real life how different I am in real life. People who met me in TwitchCon, like literally every other person that I talked to at TwitchCon, like mid conversation, they were like, "Are you really Enrico? You seem so chill." Because I don't talk to anybody in real life. I could get by. I could go months without talking to other people, and I'm completely fine. And so, like, one of the main reasons why I can never see myself doing this kind of thing is because it's a big emotional strain on me. I mean, it's better now. I don't want to sound like I'm like begrudging anything that I'm doing, but like it's not normal for me to do this like on a personal level because I'm not a natural performer. I'm really not someone who's it I don't really like. There are so many things about me that like are so antithetical to streaming. I'm not a natural performer. I don't like people giving me attention. I don't like people looking at me. I don't like people talking to me. All these different things.
Right.
And yet like I like whenever I'm streaming, like it's the complete opposite. Like I love all that shit, and I can't explain that necessarily, but like that's the main reason why I can never see myself doing this kind of thing.
I
Um,
I'm not the same way because I feel like I am a natural performer.
yeah,
Like I've been tempted to just drive down to Philly, take
Yeah.
an open mic. You know, I don't know if you know the scene down there, but like if you do an open mic down there, there's like a chance that like Big J Okerson, Nick Mullen, all those stand-up comedians
yeah.
are gonna be there watching you,
Oh,
and judging you, separately. Like they're like, hey, maybe we should pick this guy up for like an opener for like a show or something like that.
right.
And I've been tempted to do that.
Right.
I sing because I can't draw. I have like borderline Parkinson's. I like shake really bad. And I wish I could draw. And I have a terrible voice for ASMR. So it's like, how can I entertain on here besides our gaming? And I either can entertain with my witty opinions, or I could do like sketches with, like you said, Tobb's done sketches. I did my second stream ever. I did a whole episode of Saturday Night Live on here.
Oh wow.
Which is, it was really bad, but but it was like the second.
Wait, what
thing.
was bad about it?
I just like you gotta click stuff with a mouse, and I'm shaky like crazy. So you gotta, when you're doing those improv sketches on here, you gotta be an OBS technician on the fly.
Right.
Have like pre-rendered scenes ready to go.
Right.
And I don't know. I think that from where I am right now, which I will be talking about in August, I'm gonna do like a whole 1 year recap. My debut, scuffed this shit. Couldn't even get my model working. I was so embarrassed. I had people I respected follow me that day, Harong and Zuma, and like, to where I am right now, like getting the gall to ask whoever and whomever to come on the show. I think that the journey of which has showed me that like the life on here, the people that you meet, the experiences.
Yeah.
This wasn't supposed to be like a forever thing.
Right.
And now like I said, how I said I'm attached. I can't see myself doing anything else.
Huh.
This isn't made for me. It's not something I wanted to do. I wanted to act. I went to acting school. I got trained by a guy who's been in indie films and stuff like that. I had the same manager as Amanda Seyfried.
Oh wow. What?
Yeah. She's from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Oh nice. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Huh.
So is Dane DeHaan. Do you know Dane DeHaan?
I have no idea who that is.
Dane DeHaan was in Chronicle. It was the Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, this guy. I know him by face. I don't actually.
Yeah. He's from Emmaus. So like I aspire to be that type, like the small town rise up guy.
Right.
It couldn't happen because of COVID. So now I'm doing this, and I'm putting my heart into it, and I hope people appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
That's what you said earlier. Like the streaming and VTubing, it's not for everybody. You really do got to put your heart into that.
Yeah.
You got to love what you're doing. You got to love your people.
Right.
You want your people to keep coming back.
Yeah.
For more. And at the end of the day, it's just like I said, I just can't see myself doing anything else at this point.
Hell yeah. I think like something that a lot of people take for granted too is that streaming is
Friendship
such
ain't
a
about
new form
trust.
of entertainment that
Friendship
we're
is
all
about
like,
nunchucks.
still in this phase of discovering what it is exactly and what it could be. And so in that space, it's good to kind of just like, have fun with all this stuff
Right.
and explore what you're good at and what doesn't work for you. So
Thank you for the follow, by the way. remember how I said about like you don't do you have anything in the guns that like you aren't showing us? I was mainly saying like talents of like you said we went over that you've written like you've jokingly said about learning how to sing on Twitter. To come out and do like a karaoke stream, which by the way, the CEO of Twitter was on, not Twitter, the CEO of Twitch was on Twitch today doing musical performances.
Wait, what?
Yes, with 70 viewers. He did Country Roads Take Me Home. I watched that shit earlier. I'm like, oh shit, this is the guy that runs Twitch.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Wait, was he any good in your estimation?
He just seems like he's got a lot of money and time on his hands, and he wants to be like a wannabe Russell Crowe guy.
Ah, I see.
But I thought karaoke wasn't allowed anymore. I said the same thing. I'm like, look at this fucking guy. Look at this. I'm over here scared out of my wits to get a copyright strike, and this guy's over here country roading it up. West Virginia. This fucking guy.
I have to pee really bad. I promise I'll run. Is that okay? I'll be right back. 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Hi, guys. So out of my guests, he's the fourth person to take a pee. I encourage, hey, don't be afraid to say, hey, I gotta pee. But like 18 shows I've done, 4 people have told me, hey, I have to pee. We do these things for hours sometimes. I've had many VTubers, many streamers on. And none of them ever are the hey, yo, I need to get a snack or I gotta pee. Just, one of those things. I come prepared for this. Like what you guys don't know in chat. I have like a piece of paper, Enrico's name's at the top, list of topics that I wanted to go over. Most people that I have on the show, I don't get to go over all the topics I want to get to, or it makes no sense to do them, so I cross them off as we go. It's kind of like an organized thing I do here. Right. And I told him before when we were getting started to like, hey, take your time. Take your time. But I hope everybody's like enjoying what I do here. It is a lot like this. I try to get chat interacted. Unfortunately, it's a podcast. So chat's interaction can only be if you're asking questions to the interviewee or the interviewer, or if you have something in common that we could bounce off of you with you. But participation isn't mandatory here, you know. I was just telling them how I kind of run things here. Like, you're the fourth guest to ever say, hey, yo, I gotta pee. Because a lot of people will sit until the end of that shit. I'm like, yo, you could have went at any time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think I had Sefi-san. I had her on, and she was like an hour and a half deep, and I could tell she was like a little uncomfortable when she was talking. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, Sifi. Oh man. I gotta watch that episode.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out.
Yeah. She's amazing.
She's great. Yeah. She's so sweet.
I meet so many cool people on here.
Yeah, no.
And you mentioned TwitchCon, and I'm going.
Oh, you are?
I'm going, but I'm scared.
Why?
My only friends on here that like are like my like pocket people that like I rely on, they're not gonna be going. And I don't really have any friends. So it's like one of those things, I'm going out there alone. Like, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I have no interest in getting married or having kids at this point. You know, we joked about age on your stream. A lot of people saying about how they were born like mid-'80s, and you're like, are you sure? Like, are you not like kidding me? I tell everybody that I'm 85 in alien years. The truth of it all is that I'm actually Jesus's age.
Wait, what?
I'm Jesus's age.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I just got. Oh, okay. So, oh, okay. I see. Got you. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah,
So you're like 30.
3.
30. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, that
And
took me a second. I don't know why I was like calculating from. I thought you were saying you were 2,000 years old or something. I was so confused.
it would have been cool.
Anyway,
It would have been cool.
yeah,
Imagine
but
knowing somebody that's like cheating death all these years. Like when my body's given out, I just go up to the next young person, just like break their neck really quick, jump in their body, reheal.
that would be cool.
It would be cool. There's a movie called The Order with Heath Ledger. Where there's this character called the Sin Eater who does that. Like he eats people's sins and lives forever because of it. And I'm like, that would be such a cool life. People are always like, whoa, would you be a cyborg and live forever and watch all your family members die? Yes, of course. Of course.
You would?
Of course
would.
I want to live forever. Who
I
the fuck
do
wants
not.
to die?
I do not even want to get old. I can't even process the thought of getting old.
Turn
no.
Turn back if you're close to 30. Because a lot of people on here have joked about that. They're like, "Oh no, I'm reaching 30." I'm like, "Yeah, it's awful. It gets worse." No encouragement given. It just gets worse. It's just 45-minute bathroom breaks. Everything's expensive. No one cares if you do anything cool anymore. Like,
Yeah.
like it is to the point where, you know, like when you post pictures, if you quit everything, you'd get love for Dandy because of the age that you are by like the personal group over like, hey, happy birthday, Enrico. You're 32. Nothing significant going there. You know,
Wait, how do you know that?
Did I get the age right?
No, you didn't get me.
Okay,
Right.
I was about to say. I was just making an example. You know
Yeah,
what's you've done these podcasts, and you know what's really tough about these podcasts?
What's that?
Like I was telling chat that I have like a well organized paper in front of me that I kind of like zigzag through to where I could plug things in to make the conversation go where I want it to be.
Yeah.
Like I completely like manipulate how everything's gonna go, and it's all on time saving issues. Do you find yourself during podcasts like tiptoeing around certain topics?
Is that to imply that you want to ask me something but you're too afraid to?
No.
Not at all. It depends on the person. I know like there were I think like just in the context of being VTubers, the only thing I've had to tiptoe around was like asking too personal of a question because I didn't want to accidentally like have them feel like I was wanting them to dox themselves or anything. That's literally it.
Oh,
Not really, no.
I think it's even worse when you don't want that personal stuff and then they give you it anyways. That has happened on this show, live streaming. I can't edit it. What they're saying is like being said. And here's me on the fly with an imaginary broom and dustpan trying to sweep this shit up real quick.
Right.
Because what they're saying is something that I kind of don't want on here.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it involved VTuber drama, and they said like behind the scenes shit.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, not. I mean, it's cool that's on my show that you're doing this, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't want anybody coming on here with the expectation that they have to drop some sort of bombshell. And that's what I mean. Like, I know that you've interviewed people before. You interviewed that author.
Yeah.
And there's just certain stuff that like you want to ask people, but it's just like a subject that's like, ooh, I better watch.
Right.
Like,
sorry, go ahead.
like with the author, like, he's gay, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so what, like, that one of my problems would be to ask him is like, what got you to the point of this needs to be like in publication, like this topic?
I mean, I asked him that. He was like, he's very open about, like, he's not open about like the details of his personal life, but he was very open about like his sex life and stuff. Like he was saying, like, you know, he likes to swallow cum in the interview. That's pretty much what he was saying. And so like it was only natural that like he would one day want to try it with food, and then eventually he was like, "Oh, I've done this enough with food that I want to make a cookbook out of it." So that was literally it. Yeah, no, there was no. I was not tiptoeing around that at all. Like he was like very very open from the very beginning about like the sexual aspects of what led to the publication of his book.
So I watched your video. I
Yeah.
watched your video on stream.
Oh, okay.
I understand that you started with the cum smoothie.
Right.
Now, what led to that?
Started with the cum smoothie?
Was that the first thing that you did?
Yeah, that because
According-
it's literally just the first one in the book. I went like literally from like page by page in the recipe book.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's literally it. Just because it was the first one, I wanted to just go like very methodically in case someone had a book themselves and they were following along at home or something. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, there was no deeper thinking behind that. Like the sections are ordered by drinks, appetizers, etc., etc. So I just did it one by one.
And that book was a throne gift. How?
Someone suggested it like a year ago, and I was like, haha, this is funny. I'm gonna add it, and then I wasn't expecting anybody to actually buy it, and then someone did. So, yeah.
And then you invested.
And then wait, what?
You invested. You like started to do.
Yeah.
And then it went forward.
Yeah. As I say in the book, as I say in the video, like I started doing them out of depression. Actually, I was like walking by. I lived in like this apartment by myself, and as I was walking back and forth between my bedroom and the kitchen, I would always just see the book on my coffee table, and I'd be like, haha, wouldn't it be so funny if I actually made one of these? And then like eventually it got to a point where I was like, you know what? Like I'm so fucking dead inside that I'm just gonna do it. And then like yeah, I actually did it, and then it fucking blew up on TikTok and YouTube somehow. So
Right.
yeah.
I have a gift from I was a groomsman at my best friend's wedding, and he gave me a book of it's a book on diseases caused by masturbating, and that sits in my house for everyone to see. Whenever anyone comes over, that's just laying there, and they pick it up and they're like, "Why is this here? Why do you have this?" And I'm like, "That is a wedding gift." So I just thought it was one of those kind of things of like haha. Well, you just said that, but what drove you to the investment? You said depression. I've lately kind of abandoned depression.
Oh, okay.
I'm at the point where it's like I'm struggling right now. I'm drowning in real life. I don't tell that to people, but I don't see the point of being depressed anymore. The being depressed is really good for your 20s, but when you're in your 30s, you're like, oh, I'm gonna die anyways. You know what I mean? I'm gonna die eventually. Like, why be depressed? Try to be happy now, because it's gonna get worse later.
My dad says the same thing. He just says, I'm too busy to be depressed. So
yeah,
like I don't know. Like I can't.
It's a cool
Sorry,
thought.
go ahead.
It's a cool thought when you're young, but when you kind of understand what depression is, and I wish a lot of people, there's a lot of people that have taken their life due to depression and stuff like that. I wish people would just like not let it overwhelm them.
Do you know the concept of like something being ego-syntonic is?
Right. Where
it's like you can't help but feel that way because it's just so inundated within your own ego.
Right.
And so like, you can't really I can't help being like engulfed by the feeling of depression because it's when I wake up, it's when I go to sleep. I can't like separate myself from the mindset of being depressed because it's just it flavors everything that I do.
You ever watch the Book of Mormon?
I haven't. No.
The Broadway play. You really can't watch it. You can just listen to the songs. There's a song called "Turn It Off."
Yeah.
Like a light switch.
Yeah.
And that actually works if you actually put effort into it. Like I've completely stopped loving people that I thought I would spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
And turned it off. This is bad for me. Go ahead.
Here's the thing though, like are you just like suppressing your emotions?
Oh yeah, it is bottling it up.
Yeah.
Like I
So
said,
is that good?
it's probably not. Like I said the other night, like I cried during Mona and Thea's retirement stream.
Right.
I'm a grown ass man. Why am I crying over cartoon characters
You
stuff?
can-
And
Crying is perfectly fine. Crying is perfectly healthy. I cry all the time at everything. I literally seek out media sometimes just to give myself a good cry.
yeah,
Crying is perfectly fine.
a couple movies have done it to me. Brokeback Mountain, the end of that did it to me.
Oh yeah, no, I cried like 3 times during Brokeback Mountain. I love that movie.
Yeah, um, but I think yeah, you're right. I am possibly bottling it up, just shifting my problems elsewhere. But I just
Right.
try not to make it like it's not me. My problems aren't me. I'm me. My
Right.
problems are there. I'll deal with them when I'm ready.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I get that. But like yeah, no, it's just like, like depression. I think like because I have like I've been not to get too real. I've been diagnosed with like major depression where like it's inextricable from my personality. And I also have like avoidant personality disorder. And again, not to get too real. This is not something that's like a huge impediment in my life, obviously. Obviously I can function and stuff, but I have avoidant personality disorder where like I can't I can't suppress these feelings at all. Like I have to confront them in order to actually function in my day-to-day life. I can't like it's not like a meditative thing where I just acknowledge it and I just move on because it's something that just like I can't function unless unless I acknowledge it.
Is the
So
ability to weaponize it to motivate you there?
oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. But like to get to that point also requires a lot of like emotional effort that I sometimes don't have a lot of the time, you know. So like there have to be other things going on for me to be angry about in order for me to feel like I need to weaponize that against something else,
Right.
if that makes sense.
It
Because
does.
because like most of the time I'm just like a man on an island when it comes to my depression. I can't like function. I can't like I have no frame of reference for what I could do with it. I'm just like sitting there alone with my thoughts. And so I can't do anything about it, you know.
Um,
Yeah.
I've told this to you before in private.
Yeah.
A lot. I feel it's weird, but I feel like a lot of my life is based off of The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I recently did just cut my hair, but I did look like Jesus just before, or like
Uh-huh.
a dirty hippie Gandalf.
Yeah.
But I shaved everything, cut everything because I'm horribly unemployed, and I
Mhm.
don't like working. I'm one of these guys that grew up that like, oh, I want to do this with my life, and I pursued acting and worked at Hershey Chocolates for a long time, and
Mhm.
it took all my
Mhm.
life, and I can't get it back now, and I'm mad, and there's no reason to get mad because there's nothing I can do.
Right.
But, and this is a huge but, I'm different now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm woke, but I'm like experienced, if that makes sense.
Right, right, right.
Where like I don't let anything drive me in the direction I don't want to go in. This is the selfish age.
Mhm.
And do you have a selfish age?
Do I?
Yeah, like an age where it's like fuck everybody, it's just me and Augie versus the world, kind of.
I don't think I've ever I don't think I'll ever actually I don't I like I always think I'm in that kind of age, but I'm not actually. I'm very inhibited socially and I'm way too self-conscious to actually do that kind of thing.
Mm.
And also like not to bring in like what you might think is like an unnecessary dynamic into this, but like as like an Asian person living in America too, there is the fear of standing out too much, you
Oh,
know, in my community. Like I definitely don't want to do that, especially in the community, especially in the area that I live in now. Um, because like like it like uh what's that expression? Something gets hammered down, whatever. But like yeah, no, I don't want to stand out too much in my day-to-day life because I don't want to actually um bring any kind of untoward trouble to me and Augie in
well,
my day-to-day life.
Swedish. How do you handle your case, your scenario? And the nail that sticks down gets
Yeah, yeah,
hammered
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the nail that sticks out that gets hammered down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carpentry.
Yeah, but no, I don't think I've ever reached that point. I think I would have to have some kind of I think I would have to hit like rock bottom in order to honestly feel that way because right now I'm just I feel like I'm coasting. You
Well,
know?
you're coasting, but it doesn't take anything away from how innovative you've been.
Yeah.
Um,
You mean
it,
like currently?
uh, as long as I've known you,
Wait, like how so?
you're the only one in your niche.
What's my wait? Are you talking about the cum videos?
Well, no, and just overall, like people know who Enrico is, not just because of that, but like you got this. How can I say this? You're not just the cum guy. There's more
Right.
to the cum guy. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like that. Like you got this whole platform of people coming to the stream
Hmm.
to experience a guy who does indie horror games that you probably no one should buy these games, but you do it for them. You play those games for them. Like
Right.
don't go out and buy this horrible game. I'll play it for you. We could suffer
Right.
together.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You I don't know anybody else who'd be doing that.
Hmm.
I could name you a bunch of VTubers. Nobody's out there buying the $3.99. I've never heard of this fucking game before. Enrico Zenitani's doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you like you're innovative there.
I appreciate that. Yeah. No.
There most VTubers I watch. I could go down my Discord list right now, like Pumpkin
Right.
Pie Man, Nintendo 64 games. Kiyoharo has been doing a lot of Souls-like games lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I could go down this list and name drop these people. Nobody's doing what Enrico's doing.
Mhm. I mean, like, to be completely fair though, it's out of scarcity because when I first started doing this, I was doing like popular games only or like Souls games only. And now like I've run out of games to play, which is why I just do like, just obscure shit that nobody ever buys or pays attention to just because it's the only thing I have now. It's literally the only thing I have now.
I know you hate chasers. Yeah, and
What-
you
wait,
play when
what's
you're getting chased.
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I like those games.
Do you?
I like those games.
I've been trying to get you to play Northbury Grove for
North Bear.
for almost a year now. As long as I've known you. I think I put it in the gamer recommendation.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I'll play this tomorrow. I'll legit play this tomorrow.
It's free.
Yeah, no, I'm on the Itch.io page now. I'll legit play this tomorrow. I'm always like on Itch.io looking for games to play, and usually if I don't get to a game, it's because I just like glossed over by accident. So I'm always down to. I'll definitely play this tomorrow.
Swedish, would you be fine without the meds though? Because I get this a lot of times. People saying that they have anxiety and the medication really helps them. There's a lot of streamers on here with that too. I don't take shit. I smoke marijuana, but that's a part of my gimmick. That's not like I don't need marijuana. I could drop marijuana cold turkey. I dropped drinking cold turkey because I got fat.
Mhm.
I'm Charlie from the Whale right now. I'm not 600 pounds, but I'm 30 pounds way over than what I want to be. And I don't have a beach bod, and there's no way this shirt's coming off. All I eat is garbage. I guess that's my addiction is food. I'll sit there and watch Googa Foods for hours, even though I'm learning nothing. It's a steak. I have a couple closing topics. I wanted to get you out of here for 9 Eastern. We could get over them really quick. All right, so in 2023, what are some things that you are looking forward to and bringing to Twitch?
I'm going to. I don't know.
It could also be vacations, like your own personal thing. Like, what are you looking forward to?
I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks, just with Augie. We're gonna kind of have like a digital detox kind of week because we very much just need to get the hell out of where we are. And I think I need just a very short break from streaming because, like I've been saying this whole time, I'm like a little creatively burned out. So there's that. I'm like I've been writing a lot more in real life, so look forward to just me possibly sharing a little more of my actual writing.
Nice.
Um, I might go to TwitchCon. I'm still not confirmed. I'm like 90% sure I'm going to TwitchCon. It's in October and I can't
Right.
plan for that far ahead.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
like,
want to go, but like I said, I'm scared because
yeah,
I'm going alone. Like,
it is very easy to find VTuber friends there, and you can hang out with me if I decide to go. I don't want to say like I'm going just yet, so
Mhm.
like I can't say like you can hang out with me just yet. But like,
Right,
yeah, like,
right.
I if I do go, you can hang out with me and my friends. Doesn't matter.
There's multiple people that like the last TwitchCon. I was like, man, I should have went because like
Hmm.
I would love to meet Olivia Monroe. I know you
Oh
did.
yeah, no, yeah,
Um,
she was cool as hell.
uh, Olivia for me was a reason to wake up in the morning because I'm a late sleeper. Now she's changed, but that's okay.
Right,
Change is good.
right.
But she used to be this person who does the 10 to 2 shift.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I noticed you do that too. And how do you stay whatchamacallit? How do you stay disciplined to
I
just to do the 3 to 7 to do the 11 to whatever you do on the
uh
weekend?
slight neurodivergence. I like structure. I like rigidity. That's why.
I honestly tried it,
Yeah.
but it was DGen hours
Ah,
and
so
DJ.
that could work to your benefit too. DJ hours isn't like 1 in the morning, right? Kind of
Um,
stuff.
I sometimes end stream at like 9 in the morning.
Oh my God. Holy
Yeah.
I mean, that could work. That's like I've heard that like Twitch is most active from during like DJ hours up to like 11 a.m. or
Oh
something.
yeah, I catch that European crowd at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Um, I recently did a 14-hour stream just the other
Jesus
day.
Christ.
Where I was playing Ace Attorney, I played Resident Evil 4, I played Mario Kart,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
and Redfall, which sucks, by the way. I'm always looking for collabs, but it's hard to collab with people.
Right. Yeah. No.
I have
same.
one with Keone coming up
Oh, nice.
on Saturday. Like I said, this is closing, so we're just talking about what's going forward from here.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
And that's why I asked, like, what do you got that you're looking forward to, that you want to try, that you want to play, that you want to watch? Yeah, you guys do movie days in your Discord.
Yeah.
Like what's some stuff to look forward to?
Movies to look forward to. I honestly, the guy who made Parasite, Bong Joon-ho,
Yeah, he just made a new one.
with like Robert Pattinson and a bunch of other people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I guess. I don't know. There's like so many. I don't know them off the top of my head, or they don't even have names yet. So
My big one is Oppenheimer.
wait, what is that again? Is that
Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I want to watch the most. That's coming out soon.
I heard good things. Yeah, no, I heard people are like are saying it's amazing.
I mean,
People who got pre-screening.
it's the movie about the guy that almost destroyed the world. So
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, and nobody
Yeah.
knows him. Like, not the average person went to school and learned who Oppenheimer was.
We all know the "I am become death"
Yeah,
quote. That's
quote.
him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Wiping. Like, that's another thing that I hate about being American, because we constantly have to be reminded of how horrible the human race is.
Right.
Like, that was a way big over exaggeration exchange, and I'm not gonna say, hey, like, I'm American. Pearl Harbor was attacked, we retaliated,
Right.
but holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I thought it was eye for an eye, and not. I'll say this in closing, because you meet really nice people in the world.
Mhm.
You do, you really, and those are the ones you take with you. Enrico is somebody that I'm taking with me.
Oh.
Humans as far as back as you could go. We'll go back to like basic early humans. Learn how to. You need to be warm. You learn how to manipulate fire.
Right.
Kill animals. Take their pelts for clothes.
Uh-huh.
Plant things in the ground and wait.
Uh-huh.
Right. Build structures so we don't have to live in caves and be rained on.
Mhm.
Right. Like architecture. And then like the fifth thing in there was like slavery, which like I look at them like people, as long as we could go back, have been awful. And if there's one thing that I want to do on Twitch is like just be nice. Don't antagonize your streamer too much. If your streamer's like goofing with you, it's a part of the gimmick. And if I've learned anything about you, Enrico, is that you're that guy. You're the I'm goofing with my community, I'm getting them involved.
Right.
You shout out people by the billions.
Right.
I really appreciate what you do, how you try your best to push people around you. So
Thank you. Yeah, no, I like,
and it's terrible that I had to mention slavery with my closing, my closing compliments to our guest today. But I just wanted to mention about how shitty people could be and how shitty people have been for the entirety of our existence. But it's time just to be a better world. It really is. It's just time to just like stop with the bickering, the fighting. You come on Twitch to be entertained with games. So don't bring your negativity. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I agree. Yeah, no. I'm always trying to uplift other people in my life. And, I don't do that lightly, if only because I just really, really, at the end of the day, even if it doesn't work out for me, I want to say that I was at least there for other people to support them as much as I could while I was around.
That's what matters at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Do you have any raid people that we could raid out to?
Oh, I know. Bunny Honey OX.
I agree.
Let me. You know them, right?
Yep. I'm probably gonna be doing another one of these in like a week or two. I think my upcoming guest is Corvota Pop, who is a robot VTuber. I don't know what else I got going on, but you got anything to plug before we leave?
Everyone, please watch my 3-hour cum video
And support his Patreon.
and support my Patreon if you're a degenerate.
For unedited versions of that same cum video. All right.
No, that's on Kofi. That's on Kofi.
That's on Kofi?
Patreon's just ASMR stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's on Kofi. All right. So thank you for being on. And I also want to give a shout out to Augie because Augie streamed adjacently with us. I did that as soon as you popped in. I don't want to. AUGICHII. AUGUCHII. Yeah.
AUGIC. Augichi.
So AUGI. Okay, yep, Geechee. I spelled that wrong. Boop, 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 boop. Appreciate it. Bing. 80s. Can't wait for the sequel.
Oh, is there a sequel announced?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, okay. Bunny Honey and XO. Is that all one word?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Bunny Honey. Or let me type it.
Yeah.
Crap. There we go.
Underscore?
Bunny Honey underscore OX.
Honey underscore OX. All right. So the raid has been made. Thank you guys for attending. I hope you enjoyed Enrico's, basically what I call like a presentation of tearing apart by limb. I like to see what all I could get, what interesting things I could pick up. This will be available on YouTube tonight at some point. If anybody missed it, and I appreciate Enrico for raiding his people, his community over here. You guys are awesome. I love being in his community. You're a bunch of goofballs. But yeah, thank you guys for attending.
Thank you for being here, everybody.
Enjoy Bunny.
Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna crash. I am so. They can still hear me, right?
Yep. We didn't end yet.
I hope you all have a great day. If you're watching the VOD, support Tender VT.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.